Capricorn is the mature, assertive daddy of the zodiac. He's a cardinal sign, meaning he's motivated, ambitious, and a great leader, but he's also an earth sign, which makes him practical, productive, and uber dependable. His sign is ruled by Saturn, the slow-moving planet of responsibility and structure, so he's super serious, almost all the time. This is why he's such a natural businessman. He's goal-driven, brilliant in his field, and, like all earth signs, motivated by money. But even if he makes enough money for the both of you, he's only interested in being with someone just as hardworking as he is. Is he the most spontaneous guy around? Well, no, but his love for you is rock solid. In the preliminary dating stage, it takes a while for this guy to let his walls down. He easily comes off as cold and intimidating, even though he probably isn't trying to, and he's a tough nut to crack. Once he's sure you're actually into him, he makes a move. He's the earth sign most likely to approach you first, thanks to his motivated nature as a cardinal sign, but don't expect flowers and chocolates. He'll shoot you a text or just come up to you and say, "Hey, I like you." He's big on routines and schedules, so he'll probably send you a Google Calendar invite and remind you at least once before the fact. He's not good with emotions. He's the opposite of Cancer, the most emotional sign, but he tries his best to be affectionate. Acts of service is his chosen love language. His earthy nature means he's only really concerned with what's tangible, so he'll never be an over-the-top romantic. Being the most business-minded sign, a lot of the help he offers you is in the form of assisting you in career or education-related matters. You could be pulling a hell of an all-nighter finishing up a presentation, but once he swoops in to help out, the whole project is finished in the blink of an eye. When he's with you, he invests a huge amount of time and energy into your own personal development so you can find success with all your goals. One of his greatest talents as the zodiac, no matter how big the job is, he's ready with a plan. He's equally as unapologetic about pushing you to achieve your best work too. If he's confident that both of you are independently crushing it, then he's happy. He wants a powerful union between two equally successful lovers, and a relationship with this guy promises to be stable and secure, and have a ton of lasting value. However, life isn't always about constant wins, and Capricorn is seriously under a lot of pressure from trying to make it so. Impressing him takes a lot, and sometimes the only indication of his approval is a quick smile or a nod. He's also so focused on working that you might go a couple days without hearing from him. Work-life balance is, not a balance with him. Your Capricorn guy is no nonsense and grounded, just like all earth signs. He's a pessimist, to be honest, and a lot of the time, his aloof reputation comes from the fact that his outlook is rarely bright. This is why he's such a control freak. He thinks the only way to avoid hurt or disappointment is to be in charge of everything. Don't worry about him being too possessive or controlling though. He takes respect very seriously too, and if you feel like he's stepped on your toes, just speak up about it. He's very cut and dried with how he approaches matters, so as long as you're the same way, it should be smooth sailing. If he's confident that both of you are independently crushing it, then he's happy. This is why he's such a control freak. He thinks the only way to avoid hurt or disappointment is to be in charge of everything. Sex with a Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn, and this can sometimes bring a high level of inflexibility or rigidness that this individual needs to overcome. Once they're able to do that, it will reveal their most basic desires and needs. They possess a strong sex drive. Capricorn is an individual that is usually strongly restrained by how difficult it can be to sometimes compromise or break the rules. When they become a wild child though, it can be quite the opposite. Like the other signs that are part of the earth element, they are profoundly hedonistic, and this is one sign that uses all five of their senses when it comes to the bedroom. They use them in a way that will bring a lot of pleasure to their partner and to themselves. Best partners: Virgo, Pisces, Scorpio, and Taurus. Capricorn Sex Position: starfish, flat on your stomach. Capricorn Sex Drive: strong. The best of them. When they're with a partner that they are into, they have a willingness to learn new things in the bedroom and respond in kind with a lot of passion. This is an individual that wants to excel at what they do, and will work as hard as they can to reach the top with a good grade. The worst of them. This is an individual that really needs to totally feel safe and secure with the person that they're with. They need to be able to let loose and get out of control every once in a while. That need for safety is often something that will prevent them from escaping the bonds that keep them in their shell. Once out of their shell, it's a different story. How often do they want it? This is a person that usually lives in that shell and often will do it when they have space and the time to do so. They're not usually the type where they say to their partner, "I want it here, and I want it now." They will follow your lead and are open to suggestions. How to drive a Capricorn crazy in bed. What to talk about. When it comes to this individual, talk about your own personal preferences and likes in the bedroom. Compliment them on what you find attractive about them. Take advantage of this moment to look them right in the eyes and shower them with compliments that come from your honesty and sincerity. Setting the mood. This is a person that likes to be stimulated through conversation, as they are very intellectual. At the same time, they like visual seduction as well, so you can always win with lingerie. The things that they love. They like it when the temperature starts to slowly heat up, and when it reaches its peak, it's important for imagination and creativity to take over. As things start to move quicker in the bedroom, they start to lose a little bit of that inhibition. What not to do. Even though they can be very open-minded, it's very important for you to act naturally in the very beginning. Let them open up themselves a little bit. You shouldn't expect the wild and crazy sex the first time you ever get things going. Tying it all up. A Capricorn in bed is more than willing to experiment and try out new things. Their lovemaking is very passionate and can be quite a surprise to a new lover who is used to the cold and refined exterior. Capricorn sex is lusty, and as the Capricorn gets to know their partner, this sign is more willing to test the boundaries of passion, but only at the suggestion of their lover. Capricorn is a bit too cautious to suggest any out-of-the-ordinary sexual practices all on their own. But sexy Capricorn is willing to follow directions, so do not be afraid to let this sign know what you like in bed, as you will find a very eager participant. Capricorn is always eager to please in any way you like.